So today is day 2 of the Movember challenge, where I'm fishing 30 days straight, posting a video every single day, a podcast every single day, posting on all of my social channels: Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, raising $1,000 for Movember in support of men's mental health and suicide prevention. And today, it's only day 2, but we're fishing the first of the Winter Series bass tournaments on Beaver Lake. We're fishing out of Prairie Creek today. As you can see, it is very, very foggy right now. It's really cold. I think it was 33 degrees this morning. Water temp is 63. When I was out here the other day, it was 68, 69. So dramatic water temp drop. I have been on them for the past 2 weeks, no problems, catching about 15 pounds for 5 fish. This is a 6-fish derby, and today's goal is to not get spun out. I'm doing this pre-recording before the tournament because I want to also see how we did after. I know it can be really tough to get in my own head, and I know it's hard for a lot of people, and that doesn't just go for fishing. Mindset is probably more important than skill set in just about everything in life. So today I'm focusing on keeping a positive mindset and really thinking about the good things, staying grateful for being out here, staying grateful for my family, my wife letting me do this. We have a child. I could be at home watching her kid. She lets me chase my dream. It's a partnership. Any marriage is a partnership. And if you say that if you need to ask your wife to go fishing, you're a wimp, fuck you. Sorry, but screw you, dude. Any successful marriage, come on, it's a partnership. So today, really the focus is staying grateful, staying in the game, staying in the zone. I call it the flow state for me. I'm in the flow. I know exactly what I'm doing today. I know how I can make a left or right turn, zig when I need to zag, or the other way around, zag when I need to zig. I've got a lot of stuff available to try out today, and anywhere from 8 inches of water up to 30 feet of water, and in between, rock, wood, backs of creeks, points, chasing bait balls. I've got good fish on all of those places. So today I'm just going to be focused on staying positive. So stay tuned. We're going to see how we do today. I'm hoping 6 fish for me turns out to be 18 pounds. I'd be so stoked on that. We'll see about it. I think that could get me paid. We'll see. My guess is to win this thing, you're going to need 21. I think big fish will probably be a little above 5, but I'm going to quote it. 21 pounds is the winning bag. 520, 5.2 is going to be big bass. Let's go catch them. Come on, let's go. Another one on the freaking move, dude. Holy shit. Holy. What in the hell? Dude. Another one. Freaking 2.5 pounder as I'm reeling it in. Basically the same size. Look at the tails on these things. Yeah. Yahoo! Oh, there's one. Got him. Got him. That was cool. Saw him in crystal clear water. Nice. Another good one. Saw him just come out of that back corner. You know, a foot deep, foot and a half deep back there. And you can see him perfectly. Holy shit, that could be a really big fish. Oh, buddy. Holy shit. Holy shit. Let's make sure she's hooked. Oh my god. Oh. Well, well, well. Look who we have here. That is what we need on Derby Day. Can't see shit. I got a feeling we're gonna end up with a fog delay out here. It is socked in. I'm talking super foggy. So, yeah. I can't see 200 feet. Don't really see any fish, which is not good. But doesn't mean they're not in 2 feet of water, or in a foot of water. Here comes one. Alright, they're up there. They're up there. He got spooked, but he was up there. Look at this. The dudes were literally just casting like 15 feet away from me. I don't mind when people are close, like not during a tournament, shit. But damn, I'm not gonna let it get me twisted, remember? Staying positive. We need that 3-pounder, 2.5-pounder we caught here the other day to just get things kicked off. Just a fun reminder, I didn't let that get to me. A lot of times I would have. Bite it. Look at him. They want it. I think they'll bite it. Just gotta be patient, baby. Patient. And interesting enough, it seemed like they wanted it. Like chopped. They started getting a little frisky once I started popping it. I'm gonna stop staring at the live scope and just start casting because we're wasting a lot of time here. Let's go catch a giant. Come on, dude. We can't be farting around anymore. We gotta go catch one. Juice, Casey's juice action. Tiny, dude. Tiny. Ah. Goodness. That ain't a keeper. Oh, that's a good one. It's a good one. Keeper. Get in here. You big, but he'll keep. You're tiny, bro. Keep you in there just because I got to. Good one. Good one. Oh no, striper. Striper. Damn it. You'll keep. You ain't big, but you'll keep. Way bigger. Smally. There we go. There we go. There we go. Stay hooked. Stay hooked. He ain't that big, but he'll keep. He's gonna keep. Stay hooked, buddy. Nice. Nice. Oh my God, wolf pack of them. Freaking wolf pack of them. All right, we're throwing the big bait. Those weren't huge, but those were the kind we need. The 3 2.5 pounders. And they had no problem biting it. Just didn't get it that good. Oh, they're up here. Dude, they're so up here. Might have to go over to my other point now. Probably should. Oh, dude, there they are, right there. Oh my. Ain't even 15. Skinny sumbitch. Dude, he might actually be 15. That's ridiculous. Dude, this is ridiculous. That fish actually is 15. I hate to do this, but you're going in the box, dude. You probably don't even weigh a pound. That fish needs a lot of weight. You know, there's a lot worse things than losing a tournament. I had a tough one today. It was real tough. I caught a lot of fish, just nothing that really made any difference whatsoever, and not the fish that I've been catching. I've been on solid bags lately. We're talking for Beaver Lake, consistently catching 13 to 15 pounds for 5 fish. This was a 6-fish derby, and my expectation, my wish for today was to catch 18 pounds. I thought it was pretty doable based on the past 2 weeks that I've had. But today I just didn't execute. And it was pretty unfortunate. Honestly, I'm a little disappointed, but I think that's fine. The water had cooled off like 6 to 8 degrees, depending on where you were at. In the past 2 days, nights have been in the 30s for 2 days now. Hasn't gotten that cold this fall yet. And I lost the fish this morning. And unfortunately, more than anything, I lost my discipline. I'd had a plan. I had 4 creeks that I was going to hit that I've been hitting religiously for the past 2 weeks and consistently catching 2.5 to 4 pound fish in the backs of the creeks, in secondary points, in creek mouths, on brush, on standing timber, on rock, on docks. These 4 creeks kind of had it all, depending on the conditions, whether there was wind, there was no wind, whether it was warmer or cooler. I'd kind of figured out these 4 creeks over the past 2 weeks, and I've fished them probably 4 or 5 days in a row, and consistently each day had really solid bags. But this morning, one of those creeks was pretty far away, and I ran to it. And I stuck around, even though those fish weren't where I expected them to be, and I got stubborn. I sat on the spot for way too long. I forced it. And every time I do that, I get burned. It's just a fact. I've had it happen multiple times in tournaments. I'll openly admit this. I'm not a good tournament fisherman, and that is the one reason. And honestly, I blame it on live scope. I blame it on myself and my lack of ability when I'm fishing to have self-control, but I also blame it on live scope, my ability to see the fish and be stubborn and just want to catch them. But all that to say, today I got to fish. Today I got to do what I love. I got to chase a dream. I got to continue on this challenge of raising awareness for men's mental health, for working on my own mental health, for focusing on keeping a positive mindset regardless of the situation or the conditions that I was in. And that's bigger than a singular tournament or, a fish or anything, period. Like, this is the biggest challenge I've ever taken on, and I'm really proud of myself. I'm proud of anyone that takes mental health seriously, especially men in this month specifically. In general, I think mental health is incredibly important, but men, I think, once again, there's just this stigma for us where we're brought up to think that talking about feelings and emotions and even crying, like, I know kids that, like, people don't cry, or men that don't cry because they think it makes you a wimp. Like, no, dude. People have emotions. People have feelings. It's ridiculous. Like, don't bottle that stuff up. It's crazy. So I thought about a lot of that today. I thought about staying positive because I have a tendency to get spun out, let little things throw me off. And I can openly admit I didn't get thrown off. I just got stuck. This has been my issue with tournament fishing for my entire tournament fishing career, which is not that long, 2 to 3 years on a boat. Previous to that, I fished in a kayak. But the way I see it, there's a lot worse things out there than losing a tournament. And I think it bottles up to these 4 things. And the first one is not entering at all. And this goes just more broadly, whether you want to start knitting, or you want to start woodworking, or you want to play a sport. Like, not entering at all or not starting at all, the worst thing that you can do is never put your name on the list or never sign up to do that specific thing that you want to do. All the excuses, fishing tournaments specifically. I've never fished a tournament before. Come on. Imagine if, the best tournament anglers in the world, that was their excuse 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago. Dude, come on. I don't know the lake. Okay, everyone's got to start somewhere. Those guys have waypoints for days. Like, okay, guess what? I got waypoints. Those fish weren't there today. At least the ones that I hit today. They were there, but they wouldn't bite, 1. And 2, small fish had moved in. Yeah, so maybe other people have advantages, but you know who does not care about those advantages some days? The fish. The only way that you're going to win a tournament is to enter. The only way that you're going to fish a tournament is to enter. The only way you're going to do and try something that you've always wanted to do is to go do it. It's pretty straightforward. Number 2 is talking yourself out of winning before you even launch the boat. I have done this myself so many times in so many aspects outside of fishing. You lose before you ever even leave the dock. You get in this headspace where you have this negative self-talk that, I don't feel good, or I'm not feeling it, or my practice didn't go well, or, I don't know, I've heard this dock talk that these guys are going to catch a 25-pound sack and I've only been catching 10 pounds a day. Like, dude, you know what? You might catch a 25 today. How are you going to find out if you're talking shit about yourself in your head and you're spun out all day? You're not. That's the answer. So what if you flip that? What if you said, there's no way I can lose today? Because I'm here. I'm learning. I'm growing. I'm trying. I'm trying to do this thing. I'm trying to think on the water while I'm out here, how to get better. Uncover these patterns. I got a fish on a jig, under a dock, on the left side and in the back corner. Whoa, let me go try that next dock. Oh, wow, I caught another fish on the left side in the back corner on a dock. What do you know? Those are those things that if you start talking crap about yourself in your head before you even start the tournament, I'm telling you, you ain't gonna win. You might get really, 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 really lucky, but half the battles in your head and mindset in tournament fishing is everything. Number 3, believing that losing is failing. This one's super important to me, and I want to tell you a quick story about this. There's some conversation happening, and it's been for a while, about participation trophies, and how people don't think participation trophies are relevant or that they should be given out to kids because it makes them feel like, not winning, you still get rewarded. Honestly, it pisses me off to hear that. to hear that people are open to gouging children or gouging a participant in something, in a sport, in a hobby, in a task, so on and so forth. I can tell you from that first one, if you don't participate, if you don't try something, you are the loser. You are the loser. If you participate, if you give it your all, if you work your ass off and you still end up losing, me today. I caught 4 fish for probably 6.5 pounds, maybe 7 pounds. I've been busting my ass trying to figure out these fish. I did not win today. Did not. But I learned. I learned a lot. I learned to stay focused. I learned to stick to the plan. I learned to zig when I'm supposed to zag. I figured out this trend that's in my mind of getting focused on this stupid screen in the front of my boat and to not do that. And today I learned again that I can't force it. When I stare at that screen and I see a brush pile full of fish that look big, and I put a minnow or I put a jerkbait or I put a jig in front of them time and time and time again, guess what? They're probably not going to bite. But, you know, you want to also know what? There's probably fish that will bite somewhere else, but if you don't leave, you ain't going to catch them. So that's when I let my ego run the trolling motor, and it usually drives me the wrong way when I try to force things. So today I learned also that one bad tournament, it doesn't define me. That's not who I am. I said it in the beginning, I'm not a good tournament fisherman, but I want to put a ... at the end of that because it's yet. I'm not a good tournament fisherman yet. I've won money, small amount. I have cashed a few checks. I've cashed less checks in tournaments than I have cash checks. But I am learning with every single time that I hit the water, whether it is in a tournament or it isn't, because I want to get better, because I want to participate in this thing that I absolutely love with all my heart. I want to get better, and I want to do this for the rest of my life. Like, this is my passion. Maybe it's not bass tournament fishing specifically. I've been fishing my entire life, but fishing is my passion. It's my purpose. This is what I want to do for forever, and I want to get better and better and better at every aspect of it. And right now, it's bass tournament fishing. And the last thing, this one's really, I think, critical, especially to mental health, whether it's your mindset for fishing or your mindset overall in life, in relationships and friendships, so on and so forth. But you losing a tournament, if you lose and you are just ungrateful at the end of the day that you had that opportunity to even fish a tournament, I feel really, really bad for you. Like, I honestly feel bad for you. The fact that we get to go out on the water, enjoy nature, for me, I don't know if this is for everyone, but this is peace for me when I get to go out on the water every single time. Like, sure, I might break a jig off, or I might break an expensive glide bait off, or I might fall in the water. I don't know. Something shitty might happen. But that is a moment in time that is so minuscule. I do not let those moments dictate my entire day and how I feel, my emotions for the rest of the day. I'm so grateful that I get to spend time on the water, that I have a boat, that I have, fishing rods galore, that I have baits galore, that I have the funds to go fish tournaments, that I have friends that I can go meet up with to go fish a tournament with, that I have, the knowledge to do this, that I have this passion. Dude, people don't even have passions. Think about that for 2 seconds. People don't even know what they enjoy doing. And if you're like me, a husband, a dad, and you had a wife at home holding down the fort just so you could chase a passion, and you're ungrateful when you come home, holy shit. And then you wonder why your wife is pissed off, or your kids are like, dang, dad's a grouch. And you've been gone for the past like 10, 11, 12 hours. Bro, wake your ass up. Be grateful. This 48 boat tournament that I just fished in, I sure hope all 48 of those boats went home and were psyched. Whether they cashed a check, whether they caught a fish, whether they won the tournament, I hope every single one of those people was grateful, because I sure as hell was. And I thought about it all day. I thought about how grateful I was that my wife allowed me to go out and fish all day, that I've got the rods to do this, that I've got the skills to do this. I got a rod for every damn technique. You know what that's like? For someone that is on SNAP benefits or that has to use EBT, like, dude, those people are scratching to make ends meet. People with disabilities that can't work, that need funding from the government just to eat food. You think they have the option to go fish a tournament? You think they have the option to go fishing, period? I don't want to harp on this too much, but be grateful. Be freaking grateful, man. Like, this is an awesome sport that we have. It's an awesome opportunity that we get to be out on the water. And it's seriously not something that we can take for granted. So you got to be grateful. You got to have gratitude every single day, whether you win or you lose in anything. Because if you lose sight of gratitude, you've already lost, whether you win or not. So yeah, on paper today, I didn't win. Say it or not, I don't know. Think it. That's what losers say. Whatever, dude. I don't feel like I lost. I learned a lot. I showed up. I gave it everything I had. I made some mistakes, but I learned from those mistakes. And I got the chance. I'm grateful to even have had the chance to go out there and fish. And that's what this whole Movember challenge is about. It's about showing up. It's about learning, improving, staying patient, and appreciating every opportunity that you've got. Not every day is going to be perfect, but every single day can make you better. This is the Movember challenge, and we're fishing for mental health. Stay in the current.